One of the bits that we like to do with everybody before I let you guys go is something that I like to call the bracket bit.
Randy
All
didn't
right.
tell me about this.
All right, the bracket bit is prepared for maximum pain. It's a scientific process that I have created that you guys are the guinea pig for. Willow, you are the point person for here, but Jackie, Randy, and Timothy, you guys can help her make the decisions on this bracket. What I have chosen for you today is a battle of the cult classics.
Yeah, this is hard already. Look at this.
All right.
Man.
All right, in our first matchup, we have the Rocky Horror Picture Show versus Escape from New York.
Whoa.
This is mean. So who gets to vote on what? How?
Well, I mean, you guys can all take a vote and do it together. Willow, I thought it was just going to be me and you, so I thought that this would be for you, and you can take their advice, but you guys can all give your opinion and we can do a consensus. The thing is that there's 4 of you, so if you guys tie, I'm going to have to be the tiebreaker, and I don't like doing that. I like to create the bracket and let you do that. So I would just suggest you tell me, and then you can ask, like if Jackie, Timothy, or Randy have one of these that's particular, you guys can just kind of jump in and chime in on these.
Oh my God.
I'm a diehard.
So what's the question?
Which one of these? I'm giving you a bracket. It's like a this or that. So if I say the Rocky Picture Show or Escape from New York, these are 2 cult classic movies. You tell me which one of them moves on to the next round.
I see. Like, because you like them more.
Like, is it better or more of a classic?
Whatever. Like I said, I create the bracket. What you decide to base your criteria on is completely up to you. You can say which one's the more classic movie. If I had to watch a movie right now, which of these 2 would I watch? Which one would I take with me on a desert island? Which one would I rather direct? Which one would I rather be in? Whatever you want.
Wow.
I'm a diehard Escape from New York fan, so I got to move that one.
Rocky Horror.
They're both amazing, but
So we got one.
Because I prefer Escape from New York, but Rocky Horror is much more of a cult classic. So, what do you think, Timothy?
Rocky Horror is definitely more of a cult classic, but Escape from New York, I think.
We got Randy and Timothy that like Escape. Jackie says it's Rocky Horror, but the choice is yours, Willow.
Oh no!
We'll do it like that. You guys can give your opinion, but it's Willow's bracket, so she's gonna have to make the choice.
Oh my God, cult! I'm gonna have to go with the title of what this is, which is a cult classic battle, which means it needs to be more of a cult classic. In this particular case, I'm gonna have to go with Rocky Horror.
All
Even
right,
though
Rocky.
I like Escape from New York better, I'm gonna have to go with Rocky Horror.
Hey, no, like I said, I create the bracket for maximum pain and scientific purposes. And you are my lab rat. In this case, I pull the strings. Just kidding. All right, so Rocky Horror moves on. All right, They Live versus Dazed and Confused.
They live.
they live.
They live. All right, not even conversing with the crew here.
Feel free to yell. I mean, Jackie and Timothy, don't be shy.
Carpenter lost the last round. I want to give him one.
They live as a classic. Empire Records or The Warriors.
Oh, the Warriors.
Warriors.
Yep.
Warriors.
All right, The Thing or Big Trouble in Little China. And I was laughing before because you were mentioning this film. This is another classic battle here. The Thing or Big Trouble in Little China.
Kurt Russell versus Kurt Russell. What to do?
Big Trouble in Little China, I think, is more of a cult classic.
Ooh, I don't know.
Under the definition. But
What do you think, Jackie?
That's a hard one, but I'll say Big Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cult classic is the qualifier. Yeah. Okay.
Although The Thing is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's very good.
Hey, it's a tough bracket. When I sat down, there were certain ones that I had to leave off, and I was like, man, this is a tough one. All right, we have one of my favorites because I used to hang out in the park where this happened, and obviously Rosario Dawson. But Kids or Heathers?
Heathers.
Yeah.
All right. Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail or Labyrinth?
Oh, Dean.
Yeah.
Tough one.
This one's really hard.
Some of the first round matchups could technically be finals in the bracket, but it is a tough one.
Oh my god. Yeah, which is wow. Ooh, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Monty Python for me.
Yeah.
Monty Python.
Monty Python.
Yeah.
Monty Python is a
All right,
classic.
yep. Three and a half.
I mean, but
I'm just absolutely. I cannot decide. So I'm
Monty
yeah,
Python is a cult comedy classic. Labyrinth is more cultish, I would assume, but I think that it's a good decision to move Monty Python on. All right, we have a movie that should have never remade by Spike Lee, Old Boy, and Clue.
The original Old Boy? I say the original Old Boy.
Yeah, the
The
original.
original, right? Or the new one?
Original.
The Korean one, yeah.
The remake doesn't exist to me.
Dead to me.
It's dead to me. Well, I don't know why.
No, I'm leaning towards Clue.
Jackie, Timothy, you want to chime in?
I say Clue.
Clue?
Clue.
All right, with Clue. I mean, Clue's a classic. The movie that got a little too close to what politics started to be like in the U.S., Idiocracy, and another comedy classic, Office Space.
Oh, Idiocracy all day.
I think that's more of a cult classic than just a straight up comedy. Because I mean, Office Space isn't really a cult classic, I would say.
Yeah, I guess
Idiocracy is more of a cult classic.
Okay, Idiocracy.
Yeah, it's supposed to cult, yeah.
All right.
Broke
Two,
that, no show.
two shotgun-based protagonists here.
Oh, nice.
The Evil Dead versus one of my favorite, most underrated movies of all time, Rutger Hauer, Canadian-made hobo with a shotgun. Obviously, I put this one in here because it tugs at my heartstrings.
Yeah, but you put it against Evil Dead. That was your mistake.
That was my mistake. You know what? Actually, I put this in last because what I had here was this one little movie called Manos, Hands of Fate. But I figured that would be unfair to put that into it because then it would be like no way it was going to lose the bracket. So I took it out last second. All right, so Evil Dead. Yeah, even though I did want to talk about Hobo with the Shotgun because it is one of my favorite movies of all time. But Evil Dead is the appropriate choice here. All right.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
I win.
The Wickerman.
The original?
Versus the original, yeah, the original. The Wickerman versus the Big Lebowski.
Oh.
Lebowski.
Now, Lebowski could be on par with like Office Space in terms of being a classic comedy, but not necessarily a cult classic comedy. But they do screenings of it. People love the movie, and the Wickerman. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the Nick Cage version might be a little bit more cult classic-y than the original.
It's not a classic. That's not a classic.
You're not a fan?
No? About that. Not of the new one. That's not a classic.
But it is a cult. It is a movie about a cult. So
Randy, that's not the point here. Missed the point completely.
Again, you guys can change your reasoning at any point. You guys can choose for any reason. You are the rats in the maze. You can go left. You can go right.
Oh man.
How you feel about
Jackie, what do you think?
What's that?
What's your vote on this?
That was the Big Lebowski.
I'll make it bigger for you guys here. The Wickerman or Big Lebowski?
Lebowski, yeah. That's
Big Lebowski.
All right. Army of Darkness or Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness, yep.
All right. Sorry, Ed Wood. Your time is up. Super Troopers. Paul Verhoeven, more of a parody, but also a cult classic. And Blues Brothers.
I'm gonna say Blues Brothers is more of a
Blues
cult
Brothers.
classic because it wasn't popular at the time. It's come around. It's become a thing. That's
But
kind of
it was. It depends on. I mean, it was very popular amongst my group. We were kind of the nerdy. We were the ones that loved Fire Sign Theater and then went on to MST.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody hates Illinois Nazis. So
Well, okay. So what do you guys think? Timothy, you're too quiet. Say something. You can make it full screen. It took me a while to figure out. how to do
he
it.
wants to be in the Super Troopers remake. So I think he's probably trying to.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, you say Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You agree, Willow?
Yeah.
Okay, Blues Brothers.
Blues
moves on.
Brothers is.
One of the most awkward and horrible sex scenes ever filmed. Showgirls versus classic mockumentary. This is Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Final Tap.
Count up to 11.
Mhm.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I don't know if this is such of a cult music, more of a cult book. Versus
Lost Boys. Lost Boys.
they're maggots, Michael. They're just Michael. They're just noodles, Michael. Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Lost Boys. All right, Clerks. Now celebrating its 28th year. This wait, I put Clerks as 29. I wish I had a 37 here in a row. Clerks or Goonies.
I'm gonna go with Goonies on that one.
Yeah, Goonies.
Randy, Timothy,
Goonies.
Goonies? Goonies. All right, let's go with Goonies.
All right, well, Timothy, are you still deciding, Timothy?
Timothy, did you have a vote on this one? Are you trying to make a play for Clerks here?
I mean, that's Clerks, but Goonies, I think.
Hey man, I've been called a fat Colombian Kevin Smith, so I love Clerks. But Goonies is also a classic movie from my youth.
Yeah, Clark is more of a cult classic, though.
Yeah, Clerks.
I just went and saw Goonies at the drive-in a month ago.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
Goonies and Gremlins.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep it.
You're gonna keep it Goonies. That's fine. Hey, this is your you got the final decision, Willow. So that, you can override. You can override.
The power.
You have the power here. All right, now the
Oh,
Room,
I have the power.
which is about as we talked about it.
Eraserhead. Wow.
A good bad movie versus Eraserhead, which is absolutely a cult classic.
I'd have to go with The Room, though. I've met Tommy a couple of times. I gotta.
Have you? Well, yeah, humble brag.
No, I mean, I gotta go with my boy Tommy.
Me and Tommy Wiseau are like this, son.
See, now if you'd said Eraserhead and Tapeheads, that would really be hard. Have you seen Tapeheads?
Absolutely.
Oh, right on.
Flint stopping by saying Goonies.
Well, you win. I like Eraserhead for this one.
All right. Ooh, Eraserhead. How about Jackie Timothy? What do you guys feel about that? What do you feel about her choice?
I don't know. I'll go with it.
All right. The director has made her choice. It is Eraserhead.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right. Now, let's move on to the second round here. We got Rocky Horror. Now you have to live with the decisions that you've made.
Ah.
Oh no, payback.
Now, there's no fixing it in post. Willow, there's no fixing it. You gotta move on. Rocky IV Picture Show versus They Live.
Rocky Horror.
Yeah, Rocky.
Cool classic.
Yep.
All right, Rocky Horror. The Warriors and the Warriors come out and play versus Big Trouble in Little China.
Big trouble.
Big Trouble.
Timothy
Tim's having a moment.
Timothy gets overvoted. Timothy, make your case for the Warriors.
Warriors is more culty.
Definitely more culty.
All right, but we're sticking with.
I love Trouble. That's one of my faves too. Those are both two of my faves.
No, and it didn't do well. I mean, that's part of the cult classic thing is it didn't do well on initial release, and it's continued on as a thing. Yeah, that's part of my parameters there.
Yeah,
Does that mean Shawshank Redemption's a cult classic?
Probably.
you make a
What do
if
you
you make
know?
if you make a Criterion collection, you're not a cult classic.
Oh, did you check these against that?
Armageddon is a Criterion. I have that one.
I'm still gonna say Big Trouble.
All right, that's fine. At least, all right. Heathers or Monty Python?
Python.
Yeah.
It is an ex-parrot.
That's not Sweden.
No, absolutely not. You got to see this. It's got these fangs. All right. Clue or Idiocracy?
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
This isn't no ordinary rabbit. The Evil Dead versus the Big Lebowski. I am the walrus.
Evil Dead.
Yeah, I still like Evil Dead better.
Army of Darkness or the Blues Brothers?
Army of Darkness. Oh no, we have them against each other. Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. No.
We had another vote for the Warriors.
What was that?
Gotta be faster, Flint.
Army of Darkness or Blues Brothers?
I'll go Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Gotta have a good matchup with Evil Dead and Army of Darkness.
No, it's the Sam Raimi competition. No.
You guys going with Army of Darkness?
Yeah.
Willow?
Timothy says, yeah.
All right, Army of
I
Darkness
agree.
moves on. All right.
Yep.
All right, and Flint agrees as well. Thanks for stopping by, Flint. This is Spinal Tap or The Lost Boys.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh no, Timothy. What the heck?
They're just noodles, Timothy.
Yeah, I think in terms of cult classic, though, I think it's probably more Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Side note, I once pitched a project that I called a mix of The Lost Boys and Pineapple Express, so you tell me what that was about. All right, so we're going with Spinal Tap. We're turning it up to 11.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Goonies or Eraserhead?
Eraserhead's more of a cult classic.
Yeah.
Goonies is more fun.
Goonies is more 80s nostalgia. Okay. All right. So we're going with
Yeah,
Eraserhead.
but Eraserhead's got to be it because that's the point of this is a cult classic. I gotta focus, people.
All right. I love it when people take a determinate stance on what the science they're going to use to move on is. So I appreciate, Willow, you staying strong for the team and keeping them in line. All right, we're going with Eraserhead.
That's my job.
We got. Hey, this is tougher for directors usually. All right, we're getting to the nitty gritty now. Here we go.
No.
Moving on. Big Trouble, Little China, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Randy, what are your thoughts on this?
That's a tough one. Rocky Horror Picture Show is like the most famous cult classic of all, but I gotta go with Big Trouble in Little China.
All right, everybody's vaccinated, right? Everybody's vaccinated. There's two theaters next to each other in San Diego. One of them's playing The Room. One of them's playing Rocky Horror Picture Show. What gets more people to go out to the screening?
You asking me that?
Yeah, you. Who else is Randy Davison?
It depends on whether you want to throw spoons or toilet paper, I guess.
Which one do you go to?
San Diego, I've got
San Diego's got a lot of Timey Wiseau fans.
Yeah.
There's like 3 Room fan
I
films coming out.
think I'm enjoying the Midnight Rooms more. I think I would go with The Room.
All right.
I've done, when we were younger, we did the
Rocky Horror? Yeah. All right, Willow, the choice is still yours, though. What are you thinking, Rocky Horror or Big Trouble?
I didn't hear from Jackie and Timothy.
Okay.
I almost I guess I have to say The Room, even just.
But that's not in this one.
Oh, that was a side question. That was just a side question. That was just a side question that I was asking Randy, just because I was interested in what he would go to.
Tell me if I didn't say Wiseau anyway.
But we are trying to decide between Rocky Horror Picture Show and Big Trouble in Little China right now.
Oh, I see. Rocky Horror.
Right.
I gotta go Big Trouble.
Big Trouble.
Yeah.
Oh no. Right.
We got two Rocky, 1 Big Trouble.
Good Trouble.
Cult classic. classic though, but it's a cult classic thing.
These are both cult classics.
Yeah. I mean, I know which one I like more.
Now, if you want to talk about if you're looking at one example to put next to the definition of cult classic in a dictionary, if that was your criteria, then I think it's an easy choice. But if you're just talking about two cult classic movies and which one you like the best, then you have a different decision, right? Something like that.
Oh yeah, the one I like the best is Big Trouble.
I mean, it's a number one seed for a reason, so obviously.
Yeah. Well, all right. So you're the tiebreaker then.
Well,
You said you were. That was you had one job.
All right,
one job, and that's
Timothy,
what it was.
I'm gonna go Big Trouble in Little China because I don't want to piss Timothy off. All right. I don't want to.
Randy. Okay.
No, Randy. I don't want one of those 20 pounds coming at me. I'm just kidding. No, I think honestly in this one you can't go wrong. I have never personally been a huge fan of Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've seen it once or twice. I've never once thought in my life I'm going to go dress up and watch that at midnight. I have a bunch of other stuff that I would rather do. And if I had to, and my ultimate is always, if I had to watch one of the two movies right now, which one would I watch? And that would be Big Trouble in Little China. So we're gonna upset Rocky Horror Picture Show, and we're gonna move Big Trouble in Little China into the final four. All right, here we go. Monty Python, comedy masterpiece, versus Idiocracy.
You know what Timothy's gonna say.
It's the electrolytes that plants crave.
Yes. Brano.
I still like Monty Python.
Monty Python. I think it's Jackie, Randy. You guys agree? Monty Python.
My battery died. I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah.
And then there was it. All right, Monty Python. All right. And the next one of the final matchups here is obviously you said the Sam Raimi heads up competition battle here. We are live talking with the cast and crew and creators of the Debbie Chronicles, based on the classic cult film Manos, Hands of Fate. And we are doing a cult classic battle with the director Willow, as well as Jackie, the original Debbie, Timothy, one of the new actors in the new film, and Randy Davison, who has left and it will come back pretty soon. Thank you, everybody that has joined us. Thank you, everybody that's commenting so far. The choice comes down to these final 6 films: Jackie, Timothy, The Evil Dead, or Army of Darkness. Which one of those two I mean, they're awesome movies. Which one of those nudges out for you?
I have my... What is it?
Evil Dead, I would say.
How about you, Timothy?
Move up. Army of Darkness.
Ooh, I don't have to be the tiebreaker because Randy's not here. That means Willow.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. You know, Army of Darkness. Hey, you can't go wrong. You literally can't go wrong here. This is a tough matchup. They're almost, they're a continuation of each other. You know.
Listen up, you primitive screwheads.
You upset Flynn, who said Evil Dead, but
sorry. Yeah.
All right, and then we have this is Spinal Tap or Eraserhead.
Spinal Tap.
Jackie, Timothy, Spinal Tap. Moving on. All right, this is quite a final four. I'm not going to lie. Cult classic battle here with the cast and crew of Seed and Spark's Manos the Debbie Chronicles. Go to Seed and Spark and you can get a bunch of stuff that will be either in the movie, that is relevant to the movie, that is nostalgic to the movie, that is made by the people that are part of the movie, and make sure that you follow them across social media so you can figure out when the Debbie Chronicles will be live. I, for one, will be watching. And we have the director-creator Willow Paulson here, as well as Jackie Naaman Jones, the original Debbie. We have Timothy Crabmill, and we have Mr. Randy Davison here, who I've worked with myself on several projects. And we are down to the final 4 cult classic battles.
Yeah.
Who moves on? Big Trouble in Little China, Monty Python, Search for the Holy Grail, Army of Darkness. This is Spinal Tap. It doesn't get any more culty than this. I'm going to tell you right now, no matter how this ends up, I'm going to watch 2 of these movies probably tomorrow because I haven't watched them in a while, and just thinking and talking about it, I will definitely want to get into it. But the choice is down to you. We have Randy back. We have Big Trouble in Little China and Mighty Python. Randy, what do you feel about these two?
Oh, that's tough. Like two all-time favorites together right there.
If we're sitting in a living room and I put these two DVDs in front of you right now, which one would you want to watch first?
I just saw Big Trouble in Little China recently too, so maybe that's swaying my decision. But I guess I go with Monty Python. Haven't seen it in a while.
All right, Jackie.
Sure. I'll go with Monty Python.
All right, and Timothy.
Oh man, I'd have to say Monty Python.
Yep. 4 for 4.
This is not the ordinary rabbit. And it gets to the finals. And now, Army of Darkness, a cult movie. This is Spinal Tap, another classic mockumentary. I don't know if you would feel that it qualifies for super cult status, but here it's made it to the final 4, so it's here on its own accord.
Mm-hmm.
Willow, how are you feeling about this one?
Man, that is really, really hard. Cult classic. You put the that's a really good question. Put the DVD in front of me. Which one would I pick to watch?
No, which one do you want to watch right now? That's like the old flip a coin, and when it's in the air, you'll realize what you're hoping for type deal. Like, we got to watch one of these. We got to watch one of these movies. Which?
Man. I don't know.
You got the boomstick.
I do.
Jackie, Timothy, what are you guys thinking? Army of Darkness. This is Spinal Tap.
I think this is Spinal Tap.
This is Spinal Tap is such a good movie.
It is. This is impossible to decide.
I know.
Flint says Army. Jackie says Spinal Tap. Timothy, what do you say?
I agree with Flint. Army
of Darkness.
As much as I love Spinal Tap, I'm gonna go with the boys. The Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. But it's not your choice, Randy. It's not your choice. It's not.
Yeah, Randy.
I'm checking to see who's got the boomstick, and it is Willow. She has.
Oh no!
She can use her boomstick, or she can turn it up to 11. She can do one of two things.
Oh no! Cult classic. But see the parameters. Cult classic. What is a cult classic? This is
Again, I remind you guys.
Terrible. This is terrible.
The bracket bit is created scientifically by me to create maximum pain.
It is painful. This is wow. Oh man. There is no right answer. There is no right answer. There is no
smooth.
That's a different movie. Okay. Oh man. Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. I was about to say, what would Manos pick? Yeah, I think he would pick an Army of Darkness myself. Yeah.
Yep. That's one of my key touchstones for Manos.
All right, you're getting the tour of some rich person's house, right? You walk around this long corridor. You open up the door, and he says, "Here, Willow, this is my private 1,000-foot screening room. I have these 2 4K Blu-ray DVDs here. Do you feel like laughing and watching some people do stuff with coconuts and stuff like that, or do you feel like watching a bunch of creatures?
Or are we gonna throw dirt in not Sam Raimi's face? No, Bruce Campbell's face? Are we gonna throw potting soil in Bruce Campbell's face, or are we going to? I know what I would pick, but I want to hear from the team.
This is your quest. What is your quest?
This is a team effort. Manos, the Hands of Fate, and Manos the Debbie Chronicles, team effort all the way. So.
All right, let's hear from the original Debbie here. Debbie, you have a choice here: Monty Python, Quest for the Holy Grail, or Army of Darkness.
No question, AOP.
I'm going with Monty Python.
All right, we got one vote for Monty, one vote for Army. Randy, what's your choice?
I gotta say Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness, 2-1. Willow.
That is in fact my choice. It is, yep, Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. Now, if you're going by the cult classic, hey, welcome to my screening room. Which are these two cult classics? You might say Monty Python is one of my top 10 movies of all time. But I think if we're talking about classic cult films and a classic cult film battle, then Army of Darkness is a worthy champion. So congrats. This is a good job, guys. Good answer. Good answers.
Right on.
I hope that you guys had a good time. Hope the bracket bit wasn't too crazy for you.
I hope it was entertaining for people. I know boy, staring at me going, I don't know.
No, trust me, people enjoy the bracket bit. Like I said, it is created for maximum pain, and I appreciate you guys. Willow, leave us with a message like why should people sort of take this project and support it? What is unique about it, or why do you think that it is a worthwhile project for people to get behind?
Wow, no pressure. It's made with heart. It's made with the intention of making something new and different and taking the story world to the next level, right? So it's intended to inspire, be entertaining, bring a little bit of light back to the world, make you feel good and excited about what's happening next, what's going to happen next, and the characters that may or may not come back for future episodes. Looking at you, Timothy, don't know yet. Anyway, put a smile on your face, and have a good, high quality show that, will endure and hopefully be many episodes to come.
Absolutely, Jackie. It was an honor to speak to you and to meet you. I obviously as a fan of the film and obviously cinema in general, it was an honor to have you on my show. So thank you for coming on. Timothy, thank you for coming on. The best of luck to you as an actor. Randy, I'll probably see you at some point soon. Thank you for coming on. Congrats on Mank. Blah blah blah. I love you, Randy. I love you, Randy. Randy's my boy. Everybody go right here at the bottom of the screen. Seed and Spark, Fun, Manos the Debbie Chronicles. Check it out. It's gonna happen. They're gonna make it. So the question is, would you like to be able to say that you were a part of it when they make their stretch goal and they make their other mini episodes, and then all of a sudden it's on major networks and they do sequels and stuff like that, and I get to direct a guest episode? All that stuff happens. You're going to want to say that you were a part of it at the beginning. So again, I appreciate you guys for coming on. I wish you guys nothing but the best in reaching your stretch goals, and thank you for coming on the show. All right.
Thanks for having us.
I'll be back with you guys in 30 seconds after this little video plays at the end. But thank you guys. From the Debbie Chronicles crew, everybody take it easy. All right.
Thanks.